Seahawks. Steven Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Black round! Black round! Ohio!
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They go play action here on first down. Going right side, he has Witten. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They run with a rookie. Here's Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. Play action, they'll throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And an alley to run. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Now Prescott. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's brought down. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And the Cowboys are going to get a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. A give to Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He hits Beasley right side. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll be a Dallas first down. The give is to Elliott. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So that's the word from the referee, neutral zone infraction, 5 yards.
And, of course, the defense is always pointing at the offense about how they drew them across. Flag goes against the defenders on that one.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards. They go play fake to Michael. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him for a loss of 5. On second down, here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And that catch there by Luke Wilson goes for a first down, and he's really developed and come on. Now, remember, Jimmy Graham, who was expected to be the key tight end for Russell Wilson, he was hurt most of 2015. Luke Wilson really jumped his game up.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. This will be caught at about the 3. It's a gain of 21 that time. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to...
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Let's go. Ohio.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Oh, what a move. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now Prescott. Out left side here to Bryant. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, 30 yards. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
First down, Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. On 2nd down, Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And Michael fumbles it. Fumbled the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me. Because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going right side, he has Winton. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Out to his left. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A gain of 13 and also a first down. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They'll run with Elliott. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Old school defensive tackle play dictated just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. And if a guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past him, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
It's a short kick, taken at the 15. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He's got Curse. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Curse, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Carry, Michael. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. On 3rd down, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And some room to roam now.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. And he will take it in. For a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. He told us he was going to hit the end zone a couple times in this game. I just don't know that he envisioned doing it in the 1st quarter.
He probably did. I'm not sure we did,
yeah.
right? Because all the great...
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. Oh, another spin.
Hard to line him up when he does that.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Drops it underneath for Rawls. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. Buying time to his left. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Give them 11 on the gain there, and that leads to a Dallas first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
They go play act, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brock Coyle coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
They'll buy some time right. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Terrell McClain able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. They'll come out in the pistol. Now it's Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22. First down, this is Rawls. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The emergence of Thomas Rawls out of Central Michigan, chalk one up for the scouting department of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, last year averaged 5.6 yards per attempt. Most in the NFL, of course, said he had that nasty ankle injury.
Well, he's back healthy and looking like the Thomas Rawls we saw in 2015.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and boy, he's been good. Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up second down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Here's Prescott, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Now Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. And every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And he's got his man. It's Escobar. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Gavin Escobar, his big tight end, was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going right side, he has Witten. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
But one thing that's confirmed is that Russell Wilson knows how to elude pressure, and he finds openings to throw the ball, and he does the same thing in running it. He lost about 300 yards from last season in his rushing total, but I think that's a good...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas rolls. 14 yards. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Let's go.
Back to throw. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. 15 yards through the air and a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down.
Let's go. 1, 9.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And he knocks it through. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. Shreds the tackle. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
Well, there's one you don't see often, the illegal forward pass.
And the reason we don't see it very often is the quarterback has to be totally beyond the line of scrimmage for the flag to come out. If any part of the quarterback is behind the line of scrimmage when he throws the ball, then it's not an illegal forward pass.
And his throw here is incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
So difficult to fit in a pass when Richard Sherman's in the area because of his length. He's able to make a play on the football even late and knock it away, and that's exactly what he did there. And this guy, all-pro, last year only a Pro Bowler because other people had big years. Maybe it's because his interception numbers went down. He only had 2 last year, but I don't know if that's just him or if people are avoiding the heck out of him to make sure he doesn't make big plays.
And that is incomplete. Bryce Butler, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here we go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On the move to his left. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Picked off by Brandon Carr. I'm not even going to try to unpack that one.
Good move. Let's just leave that one alone, shall we?
Cat's got our tongue here in the booth. That's taking it around the 40.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
And out now come the Seahawks. And the interception. interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So a little jumpy there defensively. Ref caught him in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Fresh set of downs here. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right.
Can anyone get it?
What a move. A good pickup there of 22. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They go play action here on 1st down. And left side here, it's Graham. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham from a yard out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play here for the Cowboys. 49 yards. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Here's Prescott sliding out of the pocket. They'll give him a yard on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Now Prescott. It's caught on the right side. Williams. He showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run it with Elliott. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Here's Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked. And look out. I think he's going to go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown. And a touchdown there to help them expand the lead.
All you're looking for is as much separation between you and the other team as possible. They've got to feel good about what that touchdown gives them.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one taken just inside the 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Another pistol look here. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Going right side, he has Winton. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. From the pistol, here's Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Cuts it out to the sideline. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And that penalty will wipe out a big gain by the offense. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Here's Prescott. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
One back is Morris. Now Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. play fake here on first down. Steps away, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
Let's go.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And Beasley's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cole Beasley, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Short boot, taking it to 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the time,
Doug Baldwin. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. First and goal here from the 2. On the ground, rolls. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out right. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. 20. 10. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much, huh?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th with Wilson being chased out left. And it is incomplete. A surprise Amazing move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now is it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. One man in the backfield, Elliott. He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, the hit sure looks like a simple route, but I think the issue with it is a lot of time when you're making that play, you're actually working your way back inside towards traffic where the big guys are coming from inside out, whether it's defensive ends or linebackers. And a lot of the time, instead of securing the pass, your eyes might stray towards the middle and wonder where the big hit's going to come from.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. On play action, they'll throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
It's a short kick taken near the 18. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Complete outright to Curse. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Seahawks are going to have a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, Wilson rolling to his left. And some space here. And avoids the contact by sliding. They'll get 16 yards there. And it's good enough for a Seattle first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Wilson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And now it's 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle. but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Barry Church. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it, and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Now Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Kearse as time expires in the first half. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Did I just see all of that happen? Did I just see the pass, the catch in the end zone for a touchdown, the clock go to zeros? All we've got now is the PAT left before we end a really good half.
Yeah, that's something to take into the lockers. A little momentum to build on for sure.
And what I want you to watch is the team that kicks the PAT as we expected to go through the post. Watch how quickly they head to the locker room. They'll be the ones that have the momentum, and they'll be flying.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
False start, offense.
Hauschka now for the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game.